Hi everybody. So this is Pam, and this is my first video on YouTube. I thought I'd do a video of my scrap room first. So this is my scrap room on a budget. First, let's start with the punches. Now, I'm a newbie, so I don't have that much stuff, but the stuff that I do have, I've tried to organize it without spending spending as little money as I can, because we're poor. And so these punches, I got these curtain rods from Target. They sell them anywhere, just like the cheapy ones. You can get them at Walmart. They're 97 cents at Walmart, or Target. They're, I think, like $1.19. So I got these from Target because the ones from Target are a little more sturdier. And I just had my future hubby screw them into the wall, and I just hung up the punches on them. So that works really well, and they don't fall. It's sturdy, and as you can see, I can put a bunch of them, and those things are pretty heavy, especially those Martha Stewart ones. So they hold up really well, and that's my Rocky stuff. I'm a huge Rocky fan, so you guys will see that as we go along. Here goes my paper rack. Again, I'm a newbie, so I don't have that much paper. I know some people will look at this and say, yeah, right, but I really, compared to some of the ladies on here, I don't have a lot of paper, and compared to, going by how much paper I actually need when I'm scrapping, I don't have a lot of paper. Everybody knows these cubes. You get them 4 cubes. Amazon, Target, maybe Home Depot, I'm not sure. Walmart.com has them. They come 4 or 6 in a box. I bought 2 boxes of 4. One of the boxes I got on sale. I bought them at different times. So, it works out pretty well, and you just make the shelves. I think most people know this already. You make the shelves, and instead of making cubes, you take the extra panels, and with zip ties you tie them in to make these separate sections. So it's all over YouTube. Everybody's doing it. That's where I got it from. This is not my idea. And so I think maybe someone has it posted step by step. There goes my sewing stuff. I need to find a better way to store my thread. Right now it's just all kind of just thrown in here. I want a better way to store it. I'm really not sure what to do with it. I just started sewing on paper, so I'm not that good at it, but I need to find a better way to store the threads because I want to buy more. Anyway, so right here I put my punches here that I cannot hang up, like these Martha Stewart ones that are like the push press ones, and these little itty bitty ones, and the ones that the push press ones, the ones that I can't hang up there. This cube, I got it from the dollar store. I have a bunch of them. They lock into each other, and they stack, so they lock into each other, so they're really cool. Nice. You make a nice shelf for very little money. That's my sewing machine. It's all broken to pieces, but it still works. So yay, sewing machine. Those are the things that I need to work on. So I store my paper. I've tried to look at how a lot of people store their paper. This is what makes sense to me. I store it the first row by color, and then specialty stuff down there like corkboard and felt and all that stuff. And then I do events like football, softball. Anybody who has kids knows you get into a lot of all this stuff. Birthdays, baby girl, baby boy, stuff like that. Wedding paper, graduation paper, stuff like that. And then here I do calendar year, and that's the calendar year. That's New Year's, Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas. I'm a huge Christmas person, so I have a lot of Christmas paper. I need more though. It's never enough. And anyway, so yeah, that's the calendar year, 4th of July, Memorial Day, stuff like that. Here I got these bins from the dollar store. Again, I have a dollar store around the corner from my house. So yeah, I walk to the dollar store every so often and I pick up these bins. These were shoe boxes. These were like, I don't know, some sort of storage boxes, whatever. So you can go to the dollar store and you get all these little bins. This is where I hold all my small scrap papers, my 6x6s and my 8x8s. And little strips that are just too cute and I don't throw away, because sometimes I get into this phase where I'm going to do a page and I'm only going to use scraps. So I try to challenge myself that way. Sometimes it doesn't come out all that good, but for the most part it works and I use my scraps. So I just started buying thickers. I was never really into thickers, but here we are, and I'm buying thickers, and I don't have that many, but there's a way to store these thickers where it's not in the original packaging, because those things pop out, they fly out everywhere, they get stuck on everything. There's some baggies, some 6x12 baggies that a lot of ladies are advertising or posting videos up here on YouTube about how to store your thickers more logically. As I continue to buy more, I will order those baggies and then let you know how it works. It seems to work just fine. Everybody's loving it. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon and get going. So these are the cubes that I got from the dollar store. They, like I said, they stack up together. They kind of lock into place. They stack up in together. They're $1 each. This is, to me, a much cheaper solution than going to like IKEA or any of those little fancy stores and pay $55 for a shelf I can't afford. So yeah, I just got these from the dollar store and stacked them all up on each other. You can paint them too. I mean, you can spray paint them. I like them in the color they came in, but you can spray paint them any color you want to match your room. These things here, these containers, I got also from the dollar store, and they come 10 in a pack, so 10 for $1. And these are just really cute for brads and buttons and all these just little sequins thingies and just paper clips and, you know, whatever else little thingies, doohickeys and doodads you want to store. And then I just make labels for them, print labels for them out of regular printer paper and put them on there. They're not all done. This room really, it still has some work that needs to be done, but for the most part, it's, at least I can sit down and scrap. So these things, these are some of my favorite things. These are the ribbon spool stackers, they're called. Michael's used to have them. They, for some reason, discontinued them, but just recently I found them on the containers at the Container Store. If anyone has one next to them, near them. If not, you can go online and order them off of their website. They're at the Container Store, and they're called ribbon spool stackers. So these, they stack right up on top of each other and they lock in place. And you don't have to worry about taking them down and opening them and getting the ribbon. You can just pull the ribbon right out, just like that. It holds the ribbon really tight. I hate to see just ribbon hanging and flying all over the place. And then you have to put the stick pins, and then I always stick myself in it. It's just horrible. So these hold it really tight, and you know, they're pretty good. They do have some like panels that you put in the inside. I never use them because the ribbons are always different sizes. So I love my spool stackers. I'm going to get some more, and they're $9.99 at the Container Store. I don't know how much they are on the website, but if you have a store near you, this is a really good solution for ribbons. There's my Rocky action figures. Yes, I told you I'm a huge Rocky fan, so I collect all kinds of Rocky memorabilia. So this was one of the first things I got had made. This is foam core. They're $1 at the dollar store. A lot of stuff I have is from the dollar store. So these foam core boards I bought at the dollar store and made this little, it's not really all that cute, but it's functional. So it holds all of my glitters, and why are these turned? Holds all of my glitters, and that's that. Another thing I like about these cubes is that if you have little glue bottles, because I buy these little glue bottles, tacky glue. I don't use that much tacky glue, but so I buy the little ones. The little, they come sometimes, and they're really cheap. They're like $1 or something. So you can hold them upside down, because if you don't, then you get the air bubbles in there. Oops. Then you get the air bubbles in there. But another good thing about these is that they have these holes in them, and I just store them upside down just like that. Got my Mod Podge, can't live without it. And this is, I put all my inks and glitters in here. There goes all my Martha Stewart inks. I have to make another little foam core thing there. Embossing powders and stuff like that. And all of my So Easy, the So Easy gadget thingies here, these new things. I don't know if they're new. They're new to me, so I bought a bunch of those. I don't really use them that much, though. Go figure. And I started buying Tim Holtz Distressing Inks because the colors are just, I love them. And the thing with okay, so I bought these, and the sponges that go on these distressing tools, they're kind of pricey. So, and I have a lot of ink, and I ink a lot because it's one of the first things I learned how to do, so I do it all the time. What I do is, instead of buying the sponges, I buy a 29-cent sheet of felt from Michael's. Well, I'll buy a couple of them, but anyway, so I cut these rectangular shapes, and these are the shape of the distressing tool. And because this is Velcro anyway, yeah, so you would put the sponge on this Velcro. So because that's Velcro anyway, it sticks perfect to this piece of felt. And boom, voila, distressing tool with, it works just fine. So I buy mine in white because then I can see what colors I've used. Most of the time I throw them away when I'm done, because they're so disposable. It's so cheap to buy these things that I don't really reuse these. I don't know why I have these saved here, but I don't really reuse them. I throw them away when I'm done with them, and so it's kind of like disposable sponges for the distressing tools, and it works, and it's cheap. So the whole point is scrapbooking on a budget. And a lot of this stuff, almost all of this stuff, I purchased off of Craigslist, and people, they sell these lots of stuff, and a lot of this stuff I purchased in bulk off of Craigslist. So no, I did not buy all of this full price. And then the other stuff, you know, Joann's or Michael's 40% off coupon. I never shop unless I have a coupon. This is my layouts book. I got this idea from a very, very brilliant woman here on YouTube, Cynthia828, and she has a bunch of power scrapping videos. And because I have 20 years worth of pictures that I need to scrap, because I'm new and I just started, she posted this idea, and you go to pagemaps.com, and I believe it's Becky Fleck Page Maps or something like that. Yeah, Becky Fleck Page Maps. So pagemaps.com, and you can print these out. So it's a lot of examples of different page maps. So when you're going to scrapbook and you have a lot like I do and like she did, and I need to do them and power scrap and just get it done quickly is what I need to do. So I'll come on here based on how many photos are used in the page map, and it kind of gives you a complete layout already. So it helps me. I mean, even if you're using this page map, somebody else's layout idea, it's never going to be, you know, we could use the same ones. 5 people can use the same page map layout, and they're all going to look different, you know. So I printed out a boatload of them, pages and pages of them, I think probably until I ran out of ink. And I put them in these sheet protectors that I bought at the dollar store and put them in a binder, and this is it. So Cynthia 828 is a genius, and it really helped me get started on this massive project that I have going on. That's stuff that I have to work on. Those are memorabilia for a current book and some more ribbons there that I can't store because I only have 2 ribbon spool stackers and I need to buy more. That's Sylvester Stallone. See, I was born to be Mrs. Sylvester Stallone, but I'm not going to be. So it's okay. My carousel was given to me as a gift. Yay! My friend, my scrap buddy, gave this to me as a present, and it really did free up a lot of space that I had all kinds of crap here. My heat tool, I had a glue gun that went up there. I don't know where it is. It's under here somewhere. Let me see. I'm just getting into something called Shutterfly. I don't really know what it is, but I got that gift card from David's Bridal because when I went to buy my wedding dress, and yeah, so $20 gift card, and I'm probably going to start using Shutterfly. So these I organized my books this way. I use these big gigantic binder books that I got from a company called Pioneer, and they're 3-ring binders. The binders are 2.5 inches, so they hold a lot of pages. I put 50 sheets in each book, which is 100 pages. And then what I do is I made these boxes. These are cereal boxes wrapped in wrapping paper. And I made these envelopes of 100 tabs. And I guess you could do this even if it's for a smaller book. But what I do is each tab is 1 page. And then inside these kind of like file folders, I put the pictures that belong to that 1 page. And I do this, I put 100 of them. I do 100 of them so that I know what pictures are going on what pages. I already have the pages set up in the boxes, and then all I have to do is take them out as I go along, take them out one by one as I do the pages. So I know that I have the right amount of pictures for how many pages I have, and I'm trying to do the books where it's like maybe 10 years for 1 book. So, you know, it's a system that works for me. I know it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. And because I have too many pictures. And here goes all my little stickles, but they're not like stickles. They're Studio G from Michaels. If everybody shops at Michaels knows, they're like $1, so they're much cheaper than stickles. That's what I do. I buy those, and then I use a coupon for like a 40% off total purchase price. So they come out really cheap. I store them upside down like this. Everybody hates the air bubbles, so I put some Velcro. I just put some Velcro, adhesive Velcro. They come in these square patches. And then I put the other one, let me see if I can get under here. I put the other one, I adhere it there to under the shelf. And then I just stick it on there. So it works beautifully. And that's that. I know I have a lot of cordage and stuff going on, but like I said, this is a work in progress. This room is a work in progress. So I put all my adhesives back there, computer. Like I said, I have a lot of cordage going on down here. That's my little dog. Of course, we named him Rambo. He's a rescue dog. We got him about 3 months ago, so he's doing remarkably well. Rambo, say hi. Oh, that's a baby. So under here in this storage bin, watch it, baby. Under here in this storage bin, I keep all my scraps. You know, I don't know if that's the best way to store scraps, but I keep it close to my chair, and then I just kick it under there, so yeah, so that's where I keep all my scraps. And again, sometimes I challenge myself and say I'm only going to use scraps today because I have a bunch of them. I haven't figured out a more logical way to store these things, so that's where they are. This is my puzzles machine. I think a lot of ladies on here use the Cricut, or some people have the Silhouette, which is a machine that I did want. The reason why I didn't get it was because, again, I'm on a budget, and this puzzles does do a lot more than the Silhouette does, even though it does things I don't need it to do. All I need it to do is cut chipboard and paper, but it cuts stuff like it etches on glass, and it embosses, and it does all of these wonderful things. So ladies, if you want to check that out, it's puzzles.com. And I purchased it because they allow you to pay monthly instead of having to buy it outright. And again, like I said, on a budget. My stamps, I don't know about anybody else, but I had a huge wooden stamp collection that was not, this is a small space. This is a small space, and it was already packed with a bunch of stuff, and this room is just off to the side of my living room, so I needed to minimize or try to utilize the space. So what I did was I went to the dollar store, and I bought these file holders. I bought these file holders and these document folders. And what I did was I took the wooden stamps, I peeled off the rubber part off of the wooden stamp, and then I mounted them on easy foam. So what it does is it creates sort of like an acrylic, so you mount them on these. This is easy foam, and it's adhesive on one side. This is where you would put the rubber stamp, and then on the other side it's clingy, so it's like a cling foam, and this is what you would use to put it on the acrylic block. So I peeled off all of my rubber backing off of this stamp, see, and then I mount them on this board. I cut them out, use the Tim Holtz, those big scissors with the red handles. I'm not sure what they're really called, but they're by Tim Holtz. And you cut them out, and then you mount them on this board, and then they become cling foamy. See? So this you can peel off. I just haven't, because I haven't used this one yet. So that can go in the garbage. And then it becomes kind of like a cling foam stamp. So the wood block is gone. I just kept the rubber, and I put it on this adhesive cling foam. And then when I'm going to use them, where are my... when I'm going to use them, or when I'm going to stamp, what I do is I use, the acrylic block that everybody has, and put it on there, and boom, it's a stamp, and it stays on there perfectly. So that's what I do with that. So those are all my file folders. And then I haven't labeled or organized anything yet, so they're not labeled, but I put them in order of butterflies, flowers, you know, I would just try to organize them all so that when I'm looking for a particular stamp, they and these file containers, because the stamps are kind of fat, when you put them in these folder things and you close it, they really do stick in there really, really well. And so that's what I do with my wooden stamps. So these are all, I haven't labeled any of them yet, but that's what it is. So, and this is all full. There's stamps in all of these. So it minimized how much space I was using. And I love it. I really, really love it. And these cling foams, you can get them, let's see where I got these. I got these from stampersbest.com. And I think it came in a package of like 6 8.5 by 11 sheets. But believe me guys, that is more than enough, because look how many you can fit on here. So I haven't even used them all. I've only purchased one box. And then here are all of my little doohickeys and embellishments and stuff that I've gotten on sale over time. Or on clearance or whatever. The pegboard in the back, we got it from Home Depot, and you get a big gigantic sheet for, I think it was $5.90 something, like $6 for $6. You can get a big slab of pegboard instead of buying them at Michael's in those pretty boxes with the little itty bitty 4. I think it comes like 4 hooks in the box. Yeah, not happening. So what I did was I went to Home Depot. I got a slab, a big long slab. In fact, it was bigger than this. I just really just didn't put it up because I didn't have, at the time, I didn't have that many of these things here, these embellishments. But so the slab of pegboard was $5.95. It was white, so yeah, I guess you can spray paint them if you don't want them white. And then I bought 2 wood planks to anchor them, and then the future hubby put them up, and there you have it. And in Home Depot you get a pack of 20, I think it is. You get a pack of these hooks for a pack of 20. Yeah, a pack of 20, and they were like $4 for the pack. So it's better than going to Michael's and buying the 4 in a pack for $3 or something. Even if you have a coupon, it just doesn't make sense to spend that much money when you can go to Home Depot and get a big fat pack of them. So that's that. And then I have really, really high ceilings, and of course I use them for the man that I have married in my dreams over and over again. So that's my Rocky posters up there. Here is just a, watch it. Here is just a shelf of all my craft stuff. Not scrapbooking stuff, just craft stuff. Paints and glitters and wires and books and just a bunch of stuff. There's just, you know, a sealer, and there's some spray paint somewhere, and there's just all kinds of crap on there. And I really haven't organized that very well, but I need more shelves and my scanner and a printer down there somewhere, and I have some books down there. And let's see, there goes my window that I look out of. I don't have a curtain up there because I have this big gigantic piece of what I like to call artwork. Nobody else in the house calls it artwork, but it's what it is. And then I have my wings. I made some wings for a project that I was doing, and I just thought they were just so cute, so I decided I was going to hang them up. So yeah, so this is my craft room, and that's my kid. And out of the camera, please. And this is where I am going to start to scrap 20 years worth of photos. So I have started already, but, oh, under here, I forgot.